Okay. What's I up to? All right. Leave me alone, mister. No, it's white magic. All right. Red. Get ice. Yeah, that's fine for now. Woohoo! Look at all those. All right. That'll do it. Get lightninged. Good night. No announcement, huh? That's so weird. Well, I mean, sometimes it takes a few minutes to send the announcement anyway. So I'm using a new streaming software, sort of. The normal Twitch notification. That should have been it. Like, just the normal Twitch notification is all that should have happened. It should have said, like, Mickey Dad Rad is playing Final Fantasy, get nuked. Oh, okay. Hey, what's going on, Robbie? So I switched to a different... So before I was using what's called Streamlabs OBS, and I have switched instead to OBS Studio. I don't know if it's like by the same company or whatever. Sounds like it's the same. Or maybe OBS is like a general term. Either way, I switched to this thing now. And it works better. I was able to import my stuff over, and I don't know if you could tell so much on this game, but on a lot of the other games I was, well, on every other game I was playing, my capture device was causing this, like, every time there was any kind of movement, these like lines would appear in my sprites and my backgrounds. It was driving me nuts. It was basically like de-interlacing the image. Well, interlacing the image, just not properly. So this program can fix that. So the sprites do look better. And it does all the same stuff. It's just new, so I'm not used to it yet. That's good. I'm glad an announcement happened. It did kind of mess with my... I'm having like a little bit of an issue here with my stream video, but it's fine. I'll fiddle with it later. It gets really crabby when I try to mess with it. Like, I blue screened of death my computer yesterday. It was in such a bad mood. Alright, we're gonna save right outside here. If you recall, last time we delved into the marsh cave there and got a crown. Well, this is the punk who wants the crown. He pretended to be all friendly and stuff, but then as soon as you go to give him the crown, he's like, haha, I'm evil. Ha ha ha, I'm Astos, king of the Dark Elves. I have Matoya's crystal, and you shall give me that crown now. So we're gonna kill him and take his crown. He will undoubtedly take out one of our party members here, though. Like, there's no way around it, honestly. He's gonna smoke one of them. But as long as Rad here gets to shoot spells, should be fine. These spells will kill it pretty good. Yeah, there goes. Oh, it missed. Oh, so rub is like an instant kill. I just got lucky and it missed there. He's still probably gonna like, maybe he won't kill anybody. We'll see. These lit 2s and these, I just bought this ice spell should kill him. Slow 2's fine. That's just gonna make it so that he can't hit multiple times and key misses a bunch anyway. Nice. Alright, let's get Dad in on the pounding. Okay, he's casting fast on himself, which will give him multiple attacks. He'll do a bunch of damage when he starts hitting. But I think we'll kill him before he... Yep, there he goes. Piece of cake. So, between the last time I played this and now, I did do some leveling up. I leveled up to level 7, but I didn't do anything. I didn't advance any quests or buy any gear or anything like that. I did buy a bunch of items, just so you wouldn't have to watch me buy them. So I bought 97 heals, a bunch of piers, and a bunch of tents. Just because you have to buy them one at a time and it takes forever, so I didn't want y'all to have to sit through that. So I bought a bunch of consumables and leveled up, just to make it smoother today. Okay. Alright, save it, because that fight went really well. And now we will go to Matoya. There are no Phoenix Downs in this game. There are in the remakes. They remade this game, 7 or 8 times. It's on so many systems. I've lost count. But the original did not have Phoenix Downs. There is a life spell, but honestly, by the time you can cast the life spell, because your cleric is high enough level, your white mage is high enough level, you can cast it. Actually, I think you have to be a white wizard to cast it. By that point, if you're dying, something went wrong. It's not really a terribly useful spell. You're in the Aerith camp, huh? With the th. Yeah, me too. How did that thing not die? Key, get that one. Usually this fire is enough to kill a creep, but Rad is a little tired from his outing with Astos, I guess. I probably should have just run from this group until I have like the Fire 2 spell, but whatever. Still pretty good experience for those ogres. Wow. Come on, Rad. Oh, look at you, Gallardo. You got a moderator badge now. I mean, it's not as cool as a wooden staff, but... It doesn't show up in my little chat that is reproduced on the stream there, but whatever. It's kind of weird how it does that, actually. I have to make some adjustments to the chat. Maybe it's... so those badges, like, reduced Michelle's name there to AR. Indeed. Agreed. The next one is actually a hammer, Michelle, and that one comes with the emote, that Mario one I was texting the other day. It hasn't been approved yet, but I've submitted it. I do still need to make another emote for tier 3. Yeah, right. Okay, so now we've got the crystal. We take this back to Matoya because she's blind and can't see without it. And she will give me some herb. Whatever, I'm gonna kill this just because it'll take as long to kill it as run away. Now this one's a different story. Like Dragon Warrior, this game was made a lot easier when I personally became okay with running away. As a kid, I never ran away from battles. Like, I just never did it. I thought it was like, why would I run away from battles? Like, the point of the game is to kill stuff. So I just never did it. Not in Dragon Warrior, not in this. And now as a grown-up, I'm like, psh, later, running away all the time. Lets me do stuff at a lot lower level than when I did it as a kid. Nay! Yeah, it felt like failure, right? Like, I felt like I was letting the game down. Like, I'm not gonna run away. You went through all the trouble of putting together this encounter for me. It'd be like if a DM wrote this amazing encounter and the players just walked around it. Plus, sometimes they hit you as you run, and my kid brain didn't think about how staying means getting hit. Yeah. Right, for sure. Like, I was like, wow, I don't want to get hit and not hit back. Ugh, I'm just taking damage for nothing. Wasn't seeing the, like, bigger picture. Blank, you're not thinking about the bigger picture. The prince needs herb. I'll trade the most powerful herb to get my crystal back. Oh, I can see. It's never happened in the history of D&D. We were trolling my friend's brother one time. He was trying to play this module, this Dragonlance module, and you know, this fusty old wizard comes into the bar, and we, having read the Dragonlance books, of course know that it's Fizbin, who is actually the god Paladine. And so we're just like, whatever. I'm like, fine, I attack him. And he's like, ugh, fine. And I rolled a 20. And he was like, you hit him, I guess. Because 20 always hits. And then my friend wanted to do something ridiculous and like steal his staff or something like that. And he was like, fine, if you roll a 5 or better on a D100, then you can steal his staff. And my friend rolled, and he rolled a 4, and he was like, you have to roll under 5 3 times in a row. And then my friend rolled D100 2 more times and literally rolled under 5 twice in a row. And he was like, what is happening? This is so stupid. This campaign is over. We didn't even last like 15 minutes. I attacked a god and Brett stole his staff or something. What are the odds? I mean, I know the odds, but still, it's just amazing. Like, he rolled a 4, a 2, and a 1 or something like that. It was just bananas. All right, let's give this fella some herb. No, not that fella. Let's give this fella some herb. Ah, this herb will release the prince from Astos' curse. Look, he is waking. Is this a dream? Are you the light warriors? Is this for real? He says, is this for real? So as legend says, I give you the mystic key. Is this for real? When we started with the Horde of the Dragon Queen story, it had one spot with this insane, wondrous black dragon mask in a chest. I'm about to say cool story, bro. It was behind a locked door and a boss and a locked chest, so I'm like, sure. It's not like they'll get it. Have you ever seen a D&D player walk past a door? Be like, what's that? It's a door. Okay, never mind. We're going somewhere else. Come on. Come on. Oh, whoops. Okay, so there's like a little armory back there. To get there, you have to do one of these sneaky, you know, they love to do this in these NES RPGs. Have one little inbound tile here that you can get back there with and sneak around. First thing we're going to get here is a silver hammer, which we will equip on Dad. Yeah. Okay. Then we're going to get some gold and then a copper gauntlet, which we will equip on Mick. First, we're going to check the floor there to make sure that there's nothing there. Copper gauntlet, nice. Let's little upgrade over the gloves. Nat 20 to unlock the door. Nat 20 to convince the boss to go check on his laundry. Nat 20 to unlock the chest. They were level 3. Oof. Monkeys on a typewriter. This is a different Final Fantasy. Don't worry, your boy's coming back. When I get EverDrive for my Super Nintendo, I will stream Final Fantasy 2/4 again, and I will bring back your boy. You can just barely see it back here, Timmy. Boop, right there. I'm poking it with my finger. It's a GameCube I just bought the other day. With GameCube, I'm gonna so that like I bought that GameCube, which is kind of delaying my getting a EverDrive for Super Nintendo because it costs like $200. The GameCube there will let me stream Game Boy games. I got some hardware to upgrade it. I'm gonna set it up so that I can stream when I mod it. I'll set it over here on the desk and I'll pull it open, clean it out, and solder a mod chip in there, and hopefully not destroy it. And then I'll be able to play Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games on stream. So Golden Sun and Final Fantasy Adventure and Dragon Warrior Monsters, here we come. Excited. Gosh, is it super... Oh, of course, Picross. I got Picross in the box right over there. Sam sent me all those games. I just put a picture of it in the Discord. I'll have to send you a Discord invite. I posted a picture of all the Game Boy games that Sam sent me, including a real Game Boy camera. Put a Game Boy camera in the GameCube and hold the GameCube up to my face. I have actually seen like speedrunners who are playing that Kirby Tilt-A-Whirl game where you were supposed to like tilt your Game Boy because the cartridge had a little accelerometer in it, and so they'll be holding a GameCube and tilting the GameCube. All right, here we've got some more. So right now I'm just walking around now that elf gave me a key, and I'm gathering up all the treasure that you get from getting that key. So back in the original castle here, we've got a whole bunch of junk. How do I even get back there? I remember when he got that Game Boy camera, I was joking about Picross. That's like somebody streamed a word search or a Sudoku. I saw somebody who's trying to stream them doing a crossword puzzle, like an actual paper crossword puzzle. They got their camera pointed at the crossword puzzle, and they're doing it. I was like, huh. All right, let's sell some junk first. Let's get rid of that junky hammer. Goodbye, Iron Hammer. So Iron Hammer is the 1,000 bits unlock. Alright, key. Let's get rid of those extraneous gloves. And what else was I getting rid of? Oh, I already sold some stuff. Okay, so I have an instruction here on my little paper to sell some stuff that I already sold. Yeah, okay. So I'm not worried about that. Alright. And we're gonna go grab the stuff out of the castle here. We got a whole bunch more stuff. Hey, what's going on, Showerhead Fairy? Picross is great. I don't care. I'll stream Picross. People don't come here for the sweet games. Come here for the sweet man. Bye, everybody. In case people had a hard time sleeping, the crossword puzzler is there to remedy that. Hey, Showerhead's fallen asleep in my stream before. See? He's going to do it again. Yeah, I know. What? It's only 9:30 over there, Showerhead. What are you talking about? Ooh, Iron Staff. There's your upgrade, Michelle. Saber. And a Silver Dagger. Alright, am I equipping any of that? Iron Staff is going to sell. The Saber is going to go on Key. And the Silver Dagger is going to go on Rad. Like, it doesn't matter. Rad's still not going to hit anything ever, so it's not like a useful upgrade. Iron Armor that we already have. Iron Shield. Iron Shield is an upgrade, I believe. And then should be TNT. TNT is a quest item that we're going to use. We're going to give it to a Pyromaniac Dwarf. Or, what's the Pyromaniac version of explosions? And he's going to blow open a canal for us. So, we've got our ship, but we're actually trapped in this, like, sort of Mediterranean Sea that doesn't have an egress. He's going to blow us an egress. And I guess the Mediterranean Sea isn't like that. It hasn't been like that for thousands of years. But actually, it did used to be a giant lake. But then it got like 1,000 needles when Deathwing flew over and broke. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not like a geographologist or... Oh, I already have an Iron Shield. Never mind. That's not an upgrade either. Let's go sell that crap. When does this sweet man show up in these streams? I've never seen him. And you know what's funny, Michelle? The next one is called Iron Hammer, but it's actually the same color as the wooden staff. It's like brown. I'm like, that's not iron. This doesn't look like iron at all. Everybody is waiting for the sweet man to show up. Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm not using this iron staff. It's a piece of junk. The silver hammer is better. That's why. And the that silver dagger that I got for. I mean, who cares? Like, whatever. these weapons don't make that much of a difference. All right. Let's sell that iron armor and that iron shield. Not that one. Okay, that. Ooh, that's pretty good. Unfortunately, nobody else can wear that iron armor, so there's no point in keeping it. Same with that iron shield. Okay. Don't need to do that. Next, we're going to go back to the Temple of Fiends where we killed Garland, and we're going to get some new weapons. This is going to be kind of cool. Awful sounding man. Aww. Terrorist is an explosive pyromaniac. Yes, it is warm today, Melissa. Ugh, I actually have the beanie like tucked up in the back so that you can't see. Also, you can't see that I'm actually Donald Duck in it right here. No, I'm not. Family-friendly stream. But gosh, it's warm. I do have my Sentinel fans here blowing on me though. Whew. You're doing like almost like a sauna. I love the sauna idea. It's great. It's like you sweat, you get your heart rate up. It's like exercising, but you don't have to do anything. You can just sit there. And I've never been a person who minded being sweaty, so it's like perfect for me. I'm like, sure, I'll sit here and exercise. This is great. No, Sentinel fans. Scented fans. Yeah, I put a little Glade insert in them, you know, like when you put it in your car vent. Oh yeah, Hawaiian breeze, baby. Love saunas. Sarah hates them. Can't stand being sweaty. I grew up in LA. I grew up sweaty. Alright, we got the... This is like a programmed fight. You can't run away from it. But you can lightning to these punks. Oof, they just punched Rad. Well, Rad punched back. Brick don't hit back. Alright, now we got here the rune sword, which we will equip. So that was Key's. That was it for the saber. That was all we were going to use the saber for right there. Key got all the use out of that he's going to get. I'm getting like a weird flash. Huh, that's unusual. Just a zone, I guess. Which sound is that? The blah 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 blah, or the when I open a chest? Because every sound this game makes does it to me. This is the sound of my childhood here. Oof. Wait, what? What just happened there? Rad, you're embarrassing yourself. The boys and I continued our Marvel Cinematic Universe movie marathon today with the original Iron Man. The wear sword here is going to go on Mick. Right? Yep. Okay. It was pretty good. I remember really liking that movie when it came out in theaters. Like, Sarah and I actually went and saw that one twice in theaters. So I have pretty fond memories of it. And watching it today, I was like, it's still a fairly well-made movie. Like, it doesn't really drag or dry or snag or anything like that. But it is very immature. It's not a very mature movie. I don't mean like the character's immature. Obviously, Tony Stark is immature. That's his character. But the movie itself is immature and has problems. And I don't know. I guess I'm a little too old for Iron Man now. Or maybe I'm just too old for Jon Favreau. Oof, they're doing so much more damage now that they have good swords. They've been using those crappy rapiers for so long, I forgot that these characters were good at something. We are watching them in the order that they occur inside the universe. So we started with Captain America, because that happens during World War II. Then the next one was Captain Marvel, which happened in 1995, and then Iron Man came out in 2008 but takes place in 2010. So we're not watching them in the order they were released in theaters. We were watching them in the canonical order. Although even that, it's all scrambled up. The Easter eggs are like just total nonsense. Yeah, man-child for sure. Oh yeah, Michelle, you watched them that way too? Yeah, I mean, I figured I already watched the rest of them as they came out, like over the years, over the past decade. I've been watching them in the order they were released, so let's watch them in the order that, like, the story goes. Really liked the first 2/3 of Captain America. I really did not like Captain Marvel. And I liked Iron Man, but I take it with a grain of salt because, yeah, there's some misogyny in that one. Also, some war crimes committed by the protagonist. It's like, ugh, this guy's supposed to be like a superhero, but he is burning people to death with napalm. I prefer my Disney superheroes not break the Geneva Convention. Like, yikes. The release order is better. I could see that. Like I can believe that. Yeah. Because I don't know, they were building on what had already come, sort of, with little retcons here and there. Like I noticed today when we were watching Iron Man that he has Captain America's shield in his thing, and I'm like, where'd he get that? And then I looked it up, and apparently it's like it was supposed to be like a funny Easter egg, but then it like got retconned. Yeah. And the boys don't care. That wasn't Cap's shield, it was clear, it had his symbol. You were right. Well, we were both wrong, and we were both right about that Kung Fu thing, though. Iron Man does do Kung Fu. Captain America doesn't. You're right. Captain America uses boxing moves, but Iron Man totally does Kung Fu, but canonically, Iron Man does know Kung Fu. Oh, it wasn't Captain's vibranium shield. It was just a, what do you call it, like a replica? Like Tony Stark is like a Captain America fanboy who cosplays as Captain America at conventions. Alright, let's sell that junk I don't want anymore. Yeah, that was like my original concept there, Michelle. I was like, he could just teach the suit Kung Fu, I guess, but why teach the suit Kung Fu? And if the suit knows Kung Fu, why does it need Tony Stark in it? What we have here is a Zap Brannigan style unmanned drone with men in them situation. Alright, let's get rid of these. The men are just there for ballast. like, if the suit knows Kung Fu, why do you need a person in there who knows Kung Fu? Just put no one in there. Alright, let's sell that cap. But what do I know about robot suits? I never built a robot suit. Our neighbors rented a backhoe and have gutted the front and back. There's some hot, grumpy people over here. Wait for Iron Man 3. The suits don't need him, apparently. Well, yeah, because that's like what in Iron... Well, even I haven't seen Iron Man 3, but in Iron Man 2, like Mickey Rourke, who is the super badass evil computer programmer, he builds a bunch of suits that like fly on their own, right? I mean, obviously Iron Man beats them all up, because otherwise the movie would be called Mickey Rourke. Whiplash, yeah. One of the movies he calls all the suits about people. So yeah, so why is he even... I mean, I guess maybe it's fun to fly around in the suit, and maybe the suits aren't as good at, like, equipping. Alright, where are we going next? We're going to... Okay, now we're going to go... So here, I'll show you real quick. Whiplash, not Iron Man 2. Whiplash is a movie? There's a movie called Whiplash? You mean Drumline. Drumline was great. You're correct. I've never heard of Whiplash. So here's the, you see how it's out there, like it's disappearing? That's, it also disappears when you get into combat. That's where I get out here. This dwarf who lives up in this cave up here, he's gonna blow this thing up. Drumline is fantastic. We watched it for Family Movie Night a while back. Kids loved it. Ugh. I was gonna say, I don't remember Iron Man 2 being particularly good. In fact, I remember it being really bad. It felt like they just picked up the first script that showed up at their door, the first screenplay they got, and they were like, hurry, let's make this thing! And it was like George Lucas level bad. So what? People win Oscars for crap all the time. Oscars garbage. Doesn't mean anything. Kevin Costner won an Oscar for directing Dances with Wolves the same year that Martin Scorsese was up with Goodfellas. And Jennifer Lawrence won an Oscar. No, she wasn't. She wasn't great in that movie. She was just herself. Everyone thought she was a great actor because it was the first big role she played, but then it turns out she's just like that in every single movie she's in. So she wasn't good. It's kind of like how everyone got tricked into thinking Jason Momoa was a good actor because he was Khal Drogo. It turns out he's not a good actor. He was just a good Khal Drogo. Yes, yes, indeed, this TNT is just what I need to finish my canal. Now excuse me while I get to work. Yes, the Oscars should have known that. Actually, somewhere I read, like in an essay or a book one time, Ebert proposed that the Oscars should be given out 10 years later, because that way the excitement about the movies will have died down, and people will vote based on what's the better movie, instead of Dances with Wolves. Alright, what all did I get here? I got an iron helmet. Let's put that on, because everyone knows iron's better than wood. We got some silver armor. But I don't think we're going to equip that. We're going to sell that. We got a dragon sword, though. That's good. That's an upgrade from the rune sword here. Okay. And then we're going to... The rune sword's an upgrade from the were sword. And the rest of that we're going to sell. Excuse me. Yeah, good luck getting to implement it, though. You even remember what movies came out 10 years ago? Iron Man 2. Doki doki. What's going on, Cheese? Yeah, we got that second tier 1 slot. And we moved Doki Doki down from tier 2 to tier 1. So now... when I almost eat it repeatedly, you can all panic with me. Alright, where is next? Now we're going to go back to Elfland. And back into the Astos Castle. So the place where we got the crown, where we fought Astos. There's a few treasures locked in there. And then the Marsh Cave where we got the crown originally. There's also some treasures in there. And that will do it for all of the places that have magic key treasures. And then we will move on to the world at large. Melissa, did you fix your Twitch yet so you can watch ads for bits? Michelle's clubbing everybody in my stream chat with her, in my Twitch chat with her wooden staff, and nobody's fighting back. Or maybe she's using her wooden staff for good. I don't know. It's up to her. I've been in water for 3 days. he must just be like a raisin by now. Oh, see, Michelle's already, she's chasing after that iron hammer now. With the little salt. No, mine. You push that little diamond button thing. Or I think you can do it manually by like typing the word cheer and then a number, but I wouldn't quote me on that. All right. Oh. Yeah, you were saying your thing was busted. I don't know. Maybe you have to like clear your cookies or something. I don't know. Mine stopped working for a little bit, but then started working again. So I never looked into how to fix it. That's the troubleshooter in me. After spending years in avionics, my first instinct is always to just leave a thing alone for a few days, and if it starts working on its own again, I fixed it. Like, I mean, also you can just buy them, but you don't need to go buy in bits for my stream. It's not like I'm gonna use it to upgrade the stream here, and I'm not gonna go hungry if you don't cheer. I just like having people to chat with while I play old video games. Alright. Oh, whoops. There's a fight here that I could have just walked around, but decided I'd fight it, I guess. Whoops. Oh no, I'm paralyzed. That's alright. Mick and Key should be able to take care of these punks. Oh no! They stunned Mick. Good job, Key. If only I had bought that harm spell. White mages can learn a harm spell that does damage to undead creatures. Would have been useful here. Yeah, whatever. If you just walk on the side here. Okay, here we got a falchion, which I don't think we're even going to use. Oh, whoops. I actually want that. That's the... I'm going to throw away this wooden helmet. Wait. No, I don't care about that. It's a iron gauntlet. Oh yeah, I do want that. Alright, we'll throw away this copper gauntlet here. And pick up the iron gauntlet because it's better. I was supposed to go into town and sell some stuff, so that didn't happen, but it's no big deal. Okay, and then over here we'll get the power staff, which is like cool, but we're not going to use it. We're just going to sell it because it's worth a ton of money. And it's not really better than the silver dagger I just got. Alright. Let's go back to town and sell some stuff. I don't know, it's smarter than my new phone, so I don't know. I don't know either, Melissa. You're gonna have to ask Michelle. She's the expert. I just watch ads. Instead of my friends. I go into their streams to watch ads, and then I leave. Oof. It's funny, you can buy a spell too to purify it, to like get rid of poison, but that spell costs more than like 50 pure potions. And if you use 50 pure potions in the course of the game, you were getting poisoned a lot. So it's like cheaper just to never buy the spell. Oh, it only works on PC. Oh, well, see, there you go, Melissa. You gotta get the PC out to watch the ads on. Ooh, watch the ads on the PC while you watch the stream on the phone. Just set up your PC next to your hot tub. Seems safe. I always thought these things looked like they had big glasses on. Nerds. On my old phone, I could go to the site through the browser and try. Not on. Oh, okay. So just using your internet browser, going to the Twitch website. Makes sense. All right, let's get rid of the. Which one are we getting rid of? We're equipping the rune sword, right? Yeah, sell the wear sword, and the silver dagger, and the falchion. And we're going to sell that... No, this is the wrong store. We're going to sell that silver armor that we picked up, right? Yeah, and those 2 wooden helmets. Probably actually should have thrown away one of the wooden helmets and sold the copper gauntlets. They probably sell for more, but whatever. It's like pennies compared to the money I'm going to be seeing later in the game. Alright, wooden helmet. Wooden helmet. And silver armor. Ooh, that silver armor is worth a lot of money. Oh, I forgot to sell the power staff. Who has the power staff? Probably on Key, right? Yeah. What is that thing? Falchion. Falchion. What? No, it's Falchon. Just Falchon. Falcon with an H. Actually, the Falchion is one of the weapons that's is one of the badges, and I spelled it Falchon. I spelled it just like it's spelled in this game. I did not fix it. See, this power staff is cool because it sells for, well, it doesn't sell for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It sells for half of that, but that's how much it's worth. See, 6 grand. Cha-ching. That'll help me buy some spells. All right. Now let's go to the Marsh Cave. Nits. Oh, I love it. I love that emote. Alright. Yeah, we got enough magic. We're fine. We'll just use a 10. Sorry. Thanks for specifying, Gallardo. Nerd alert. Do the creep, ah. Do the creep, ah. Crit Roll has a dude named Fjord, pronounced Ford, and he carries a Fjallchen, pronounced Falchion. Fjallchen. Nerds. That's cute. I'm singing the creep in my head now. Get your knees flexing and your arms a T-Rex and do the creep. Ah. And don't forget to smile. Yeah, I like the T-Rex and arms. They have to make it so creepy. What is it, like when you're at a wake and the hunk's of beef cake and she's like trying to pull the corpse out of the... When the judge is a hottie and you can't control your body. Alright. We came down here because there's a bracelet that I want to get. Another copper bracelet. I'm just trying to save some money. And all this stuff is so weak now. All the predators fear the T-Rex. Now we're in good shape. Coming back in here to flex on this dang marsh cave. Not Drax. He can stay perfectly still. Hey, Drax. Damn it. Get back up there. I now have rainbow lily pads with froggies in my tub. Why are you trying to make everybody jelly, Melissa? I got a new duck on my hat. See it there? Michelle sent me a birthday present. I think it's supposed to go on my phone, but I stuck it in my hat. Why is Gamora? Drax is Sarah's favorite Marvel character. Now he's sending me pictures. Alright, and in here is... Oh, this is actually a silver bracelet, so this is like not a copper bracelet. Oi! Poison me, you scum. It was for whatever you want. Just wanted to get you something. Hey, I like it. Gosh. I haven't met a Psyduck I didn't like yet. And Sarah, I think she texted you, but she was really excited about that foot bath. I haven't handed out the other two yet, just because one hasn't arrived. No, I did not have another birthday. Just the one back in January. I mean, I had another one since before the last one that I had, sure. I've had a whole bunch of birthdays. I've had like 36 of them. Yeah. I'm okay with it. My contribution to presents is Sarah saying, "What should I get?" and me either saying, "Oh, no," or throwing out an idea, or she says, "Should I get this?" and I say, "Yeah, that's a good idea." That's how nice a person I am when it comes to gifts. Oh, that puppy is so cute. And temporary. That's the best kind of gift. I could use more temporary puppy gifts. Gosh, that's a dangerous gift, though. Like, hey, rent a puppy for a day to give your kid for their birthday, and the kid falls in love with the puppy. Whoops. I would prefer that you just said, I don't know, over what you do. That wasn't even my idea. It was Sarah's idea. She made me do it. I am streaming, bud. Sorry, Robbie. I mean, I presume it's still in like a place of honor, right? Like you've got a Dexter Jetster Ofrenda that you maintain and light candles on. Ooh, we should have a Dexter Jetster emote. Leasing puppies? Really? Yikes. The Starbucks over here by us has like a little, they have a thing in the window where they have like an old puppy you can adopt, like a 13-year-old dog. And I was like, that's what I need. I need a 13-year-old dog. I don't want a puppy that sticks around for 13 years. I want a 13-year-old dog that sticks around for a few months. Already knows some manners. Yeah. No, we should not. It's right between Kylo Ren and a Titan from AOT. What is AOT? Is that Attack on Titan? Attack of the Titans? Oh, it's Attack on Titan. What is Attack? I don't know what Attack on Titan is. I was just guessing words. Yay! Gold star for me. Oh, it's WoW. Okay, I know what WoW is. That joke would have made my daughters roll their eyes right out of their heads. Lately, I've been getting Nia with everything she texts to me. I respond with, oof, got him. And she's like, that's not how you use that. Stop using it that way. Or I'll say something like, oof, got those F's in chat. And she's like, no, stop it. And then, of course, a few totes yotes. Until she stops asking me for stuff. All right. That does it for this place. I mean, we'll be back to buy some stuff, but for now... Actually, you know what? I got the money to... we'll just come back. Oh, that was weird. I hit the menu button, so I thought I was going into a menu, but I also apparently ran into a fight right before I hit the menu button, so I was like, what menu is this? What button did I push? Okay. Save the game here real quick. And then we'll go to Melmond, which has problems. Vampires attacking, lich monsters making the earth rot. So if you'll recall from the super fantastic lore of this game, we have these 4 orbs up in the left corner there. They're all gray. We got to get them relit. Those are the orbs of the elements or whatever. The first one we're going to light up here is the earth orb. And And you can see over here, my canal has been opened up. Let's kill this shark here. Oh, actually, you know what? I am going to buy some stuff. I'm going to go back there and buy some stuff real quick. Some kind of water airship? Yeah, I tamed them. In Animal Crossing, you can like teach your villagers little like expressions and stuff, things they'll say to you, things that like nicknames they'll call you and stuff. And so they'll have like secret catchphrases. They're like, "Hey, let's me and you have a secret catchphrase that no one else knows." And Sarah is always the one filling them in. So sometimes I'll go up to one of the villager and I'll talk to them, and they'll be like, "Hey, how you doing today? I tamed them." I'm like, "What?" Or they'll say "Doki Doki." I gotta teach one to say "Totes Yotes." I tamed them. That's her favorite Futurama episode. Snake door. Roger. What's this do, cracky do? Snake door. So there's, you know, I was actually thinking about that. They have little like widgets and stuff you can do for closed captioning. Maybe I'll put it on like right here. Have a little closed captioning pop up. I mean, deaf people like video games too. Bro, my dude, and lol. That's great. That's my unbreakable diamond filament tether. If it's unbreakable, why do we have to be careful? Alright, what are we buying here? I already sold that stuff. We're buying Fire 2. That's it? That's all we're buying is Fire 2? I feel like there's more to buy here than that. Yeah, let's go buy ice too as well. Let's buy some of these level 3 white magic spells as well. It's mandatory. Not cool, my dude. That's fantastic. Okay, so here we're getting... What are we buying here? Okay, we are buying... We're not buying any of this right now, are we? I guess we'll... Okay, we'll buy a fur. Just so we don't have to buy it later. Alright, I forget this. This is I'll come back here later. I'll buy this stuff later. Let's go to Pravoka and buy the spells there. We're gonna buy Slow, Mute, and Lamp. If all goes well, we'll never even use the spell Lamp in the game, but it's the antidote for the darkness status. The darkness status in this game is actually really brutal. Like, you still can hit stuff sometimes, but not only does it make it so that, like, you have a hard time hitting stuff, it makes it so that stuff has an easier time hitting you, and it gets pretty deadly. So, if I'm fighting, like, Carrie or something, and I get darkened, it's a real big problem for, like, my fighters. Attack the darkness! Yeah, like D&D blind, exactly. Well, this game was based off D&D as like much as they could. They really wanted to make D&D for the NES. Alright, let's go over here. Get some white magic. We're gonna get Mute and Lamp for Dad. Okay. And then we're gonna get Slow for Rad. How come you had to cast magic missile? I got an ogre slaying knife. It's got a +9 against ogres. You're not there. Alright, then we're going to go to Newtown. It depends on the Final Fantasy for me. Like in Final Fantasy VII, it was like getting minied or frogged. Those ones were terrible. In Final Fantasy X, being poisoned was just a total nightmare. It was super deadly in Final Fantasy X. I also don't care to be poisoned in this one because it stays outside of combat and rearranges your characters. So it's like kind of hyper obnoxious. Not super deadly, but really annoying. Where's the Mountain Dew? In the fridge. Duh. Okay, here's Melmond. So this place got all messed up by the vampire. Even destroyed the clinic. Alright, we're going to buy a silver bracelet here. We're going to buy 2 silver bracelets, actually. So cool. For Rad and for Dad. That steel armor there is pretty good. Like, it's really high defense, but it's super expensive. And by the time I raised up that much money, I could, like, totally beat the, like, Volcano instead, where there's going to be better armor, so I'm not going to bother with it. Alright, let's sell all that junk. Alright, and now we go to, we're going to actually go to another town. So from this, at this point we're supposed to go into the Earth Cave, but I'm going to go get one more piece of equipment before we go in the Earth Cave at another town over. So this other town over is going to have some pretty buff monsters outside of it, but it's fine. Should be able to make it there anyway. On Tuesday, we'll be taking a little break from Final Fantasy to play and beat Dr. Mario. I'm going to play it on high difficulty, and we're going to beat all 20 levels. I was playing it the other day on the Switch, and Sarah was just like, I don't even believe this game. It's just like, how can anybody play this game? Outer plane encounters. You must be talking nerd stuff again. I want to kill this for the experience and the money. Should be good. I don't know what any of that crap is. I played a Spelljammer campaign once. When I was 11. Didn't even realize I was in outer space. I don't know if you have that much power as a mod. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna run from this one. This got too heavy. Ow! Thank you, Key. Gosh, sure is good at running away. We need heroes. What is your deal? I run away really good. Oh, we are definitely bringing you. Okay. And here we have Crescent Lake, which we're going to come back to. I just came here to buy a buckler, because this is like the first time that I can equip a shield on my thief. And just having a little bit of extra, it actually lowers his chance to dodge, which isn't great, but just a little extra absorb is kind of better at this level than the extra chance to dodge, because not really dodging that much anyway. And do we have level 4 magic yet? We do. Okay, good. If not, we would have done a little bit of grinding there, but we're already set, so I'm not sweating it. Ooh, these inns just get more and more expensive. Ooh, I'm gonna try and kill these, just for a little extra XP. I really want to go bear tank a raid. Sissy's ice. You play a lot of bear tank? I never did play much bear tank. I played a ton of druid. I played druid more than I played any other class. But I did not play a ton of bear. I mostly did resto druid. Like, the vast majority of my druid experience is resto. For solo stuff, usually cat. Sometimes balance, though. Wow. Well, they don't call it feral anymore. Now it's like guardian. Feral is the DPS version. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely like druid, and then maybe Death Knight. Played a lot of Death Knight. And a lot of warrior as well. Played a lot of them. It's more like, it's like easier to say that I didn't play very much priest, and I didn't play very much hunter, and I didn't play very much shaman. But the rest of them I played a ton. 3 hits for 3 damage. Nice job, troll. Oh yeah, yeah. A ton of tons. Should go back to playing some more WoW. It's been too long. I've been neglecting my WoW playing these old games. I mean, I've been loving every minute of it. I love these games. But... No! No what? No, don't go back to WoW? I still am subscribed. I'm supporting Blizzard, even if I'm not playing their game right now. Anti-WoW. Oh yeah, you're all Final Fantasy 14 now. You kids today with your Final Fantasy 14. Here I am playing Final Fantasy 1. No! That's the one I used to run away with. Alright. It's time to feel the wrath of Rad, unless I run away first. Or you stun Rad. Nope, goodbye. It's just causing a lot of fighting in my house. We've got a WoW FF14 rift. In real life PvP. Yeah, that's what she meant. Okay. Now we're gonna go. So this is like a kind of interesting setup. I don't know why they did it this way, but it's kind of cool. It's like annoying when you're a kid and you don't know what you're doing, but as a grown-up I find it kind of interesting. You have to go like halfway through this dungeon and kill like a mini-boss, then go back out of the dungeon and go get a key item, and then go back into the dungeon again. You need to drink a smoothie. Queue up for 3s. Oh gosh. I don't know if you meet worse enemies in the swamp. I doubt it. It's probably all gridded out. I just avoid the swamp anyway. I like this background better. The flowing grass in the background. So Dr. Mario will be the 20th game that we beat on stream. Can you believe we've already beaten 20 games? Can't believe how much we're getting done. Gosh, I never could have a... Like, my favorite class in WoW was always whatever class I was playing, except for Priest. I was always so bad at Priest. Actually, that's not true. When in Classic, playing Holy Priest, I loved it. There was no version of Shadow Priest. I played, I played 7 different expansions worth of Shadow Priest, and never was any good at it. But I did like Holy Priest a lot. I don't think I ever even really tried out Discipline, but I did like Holy Priest. I think that I was always Druid, for no kidding, because of Flight Form. Like, the ease of getting around, of not having to cast a mount, of just poof, going, just the smoothness of that was just enough to lure me to Druid almost immediately every time. So like every first character that I would level on a server was always like a Druid. Like, let's get a Druid first and then a Mage for the portals and stuff. But gosh, yeah, that teleporting just, or that shape-shifting into a bird and just taking off, just dropping down out of the sky, grabbing an herb and flying away. Oh, nothing beats it. I mean, I guess you could do that later with the Sky Golem, but I hated flying around in those Sky Golems. They were just so chunky. By the time you landed, you couldn't find the damn herb anymore. There were many times I jumped. I usually jumped. I felt like I was less likely to, like, accidentally scoot along the ground and attract an enemy or something if I jumped. So I almost always jumped and shifted. It depended. If I was kind of like playing one-handed, I wouldn't. I often would like play one hand while I drink my coffee with the other. So I had like my mouse buttons set up to like mount or travel form or whatever. So in that case, like I would probably just mount like travel form and then reach my hand over to hit spacebar. Oh, I have a poisoned person just walking around all poisoned. Oh, good thing I played that loot. Alright, in here there's a coral sword. This is an upgrade, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna equip that on Mick. Why is queso dip still sold in jars the chip can't reach? I know. What's wrong with like the basin, right? That literally every other dip is sold in? Maybe it's hard to like sell to the jar making companies. Hey, we need a short, fat jar. We don't need these tall jars that no one can reach the chip to the bottom of. Yeah, when I don't do queso dip like often, but when I do, I pour it into a bowl. I'm like, this is stupid. I am not gonna dip into a jar like some kind of animal because of her. All right, what else we got here? A cabin. I don't know how that fit in that chest. And a little bit of gold. Gosh, this music is so good. That jar is exactly slightly smaller than a hand. A jar for ants. It's for kids. It's not for grown-ups. I think they're trying to tell us, stop eating queso. You're a grown-up now. If your hand don't fit in the jar, you shouldn't be eating this. I say this as a person who had ice cream for dinner last night. It was so good. Actually, ice cream wasn't even dinner. It was second dinner. All right, level 9. Nobody's died yet, so everyone's leveling up all at the same time. It's kind of cool. Okay, so in that center room there, we're going to have a vampire. Right? I'm going to kill that vampire. Okay, I guess I can stop eating queso while I watch cartoons and play video games because I'm an adult. Weirdly, you can't run from this fight. I don't know why. This isn't like a scheduled fight, but these wizards, they're either like super hard to run from or impossible to run from because I've never been able to run from them. So I always just have to kill them. It's kind of obnoxious. Way to go, Dad. 1 damage. Nice job, Key. Sorry, Mick. Rad already took care of it. Yeah, these things got their name changed later in like all the remakes of the game. There's something like a Mind Flayer. In this, they were just called wizards. And I did not understand that sprite when I was a kid. I was like, what am I looking at? That doesn't look like a wizard. It's funny, in this game, when you cast spells out of combat, like Cure, they're not as good as when you cast them in combat. But then items, like the heal, like the potions, they're better out of combat than they are in combat. It's weird. Maybe it's on purpose, but this game is notoriously poorly programmed, so anything could have been an accident. They just wanted to make a cool RPG like Enix had made, so they were like, pump it out. Accidentally started one of the most impressive franchises in video game history. Yeah, that was like my thinking the same. Like anything out of combat would be more effective than while you're like dodging attacks. But they did not consult me when they programmed this game. Wait, what? What just happened there? Why are you leading the party? How did... I don't understand what's... I think my party got scrambled before and I didn't unscramble it, and so now it was double scrambled. That was weird. No, there's no accounting for what just happened there. I'm not paying attention at all. I had one of these bats one time while I was practicing this game walk down this hallway over here, and I couldn't get into the door. And I waited for 25 minutes for that thing to just randomly stumble back out. So frustrating. Actually, while it was in there, a second one went in there after it, too. I was like, are you kidding me? Is this like some weird joke? Those things are scary because they can turn you to stone. Alright, here's the vampire. All living things were born to die. No one can defeat me. The vampire! Actually, this guy's kind of a chump. This thing is such a weak mini-boss that, like, later on, you'll meet groups of these. Like, vampires. I mean, he's not wrong. Yeah, duh. Like, obviously, right? Alright. I forgot what spell I was going to use on it. Whatever, let's just use Fog on Mick and burn this thing up with fire. Like, that seems logical, right? Vampire, fire. It just cast a spell called Dazzle on Dad. It was ineffective, but I wonder what Dazzle was supposed to do. Oh! Oh, get wrecked. Alright, and here we get the ruby. I didn't start that combat, he started it. Who's the real monster? Alright, now we just gotta hike back out. Later on you get a spell to warp out of dungeons, but I don't have it yet. Ooh, let's kill this Groger. Who's the real vampire? Still you, Vlad. Oh, bat! Move it. You can actually talk to these bats. They say, kee kee. Move it, bat. Oi, oi, oi. Oh no, more mind flares. They are weak against lightning too. Oof, they can still hit pretty hard. Look at that. Ooh, they just did 50 damage to Mick there. Crabbies? Do they look like crabbies? I'll take another look at them here. I don't like Krabby. It's one of those weird Pokemon that in the cartoon doesn't say its name. It just like makes a weird noise instead. It's just like, I'm like, I don't trust a Pokemon that doesn't talk in phonemes made of its name. Nah, those are bats. Why not Zoidberg? Infinite power might be nice. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-oo. Oi. Poor Rad. Ugh. Werewolves are poisonous. I hope Rad doesn't turn into a werewolf. There we go. At least when Rad gets poisoned, he doesn't get moved to the end of the party because he was already there. Boom, 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 boom. 8 seems excessive. 8 what? Yeah. Let me out of here. Oh, 8 wolves? Yeah. It can go up to 9. Wasn't enough to stop me from running away. At least when you beat this dungeon, like when you beat the real boss, you get to warp back out. Like, you don't have a spell, but there's just like a little thing you step on, it teleports you back out. So you don't have to walk all the way back out again. Like so many other dungeons in this game. Getting that weird flash over here, but it's only showing up on my screen. You're not actually, the flash isn't showing up for you guys. I don't know why. I'm glad it's not, but like I don't know why it's showing up on my screen here. It's weird. Yeah, I can make one just character run and the rest fight. But each character like takes a turn and they either fail or pass their run check. If they pass their run check, everybody runs. So I have more chances if everybody runs. Almost out of here. Nah. I thought about it for, well, as long as you just saw me thought about it. Okay, good talk. So many asps. Fell into a little snake pit here. Alright. Gosh, there's an enemy sprite almost just like those in Final Fantasy 3/6. When you're in that like Phantom Forest where that ghost train is, there's a sprite looks just like those things. I mean, I guess that's not a shocker because that game is the 5th sequel to this one. That sprite is probably in all the games, or a sprite just very much just like it. We all have our moments like that, Melissa. Just no shame. Whatever. I don't care. So we got that ruby to give to this Titan here. He likes to eat rubies. If you want pass, give me the ruby. Crunch, crunch, crunch. It tastes so sweet. Rubies are my favorite. And then he vanishes. I like this little battle scene because I don't think this exists anywhere else in the game. It's just this like one funny little, this little tiny cave here, and it is tiny. And it has its own little battle background, but you never see another one like it. Maybe you do, and I just don't remember it. Maybe they planned to use it more. Who knows? You know, they design all this stuff. You go digging through the ROMs for these old video games, and you find sprites that they never used in the game. Like maybe they had plans for them, but never got around to implementing it. Not going to use that. It's like, it does a lot of damage, but it has a really high chance of missing. And missing is annoying. Okay. I got a silver helmet that's better than an iron helmet. It's funny, sometimes like the silver armor is weaker than the iron armor, even though it costs way more. It's got a better chance of evade, but the like absorption, damage absorption is so low that's not worth putting on. But the silver helmet is just across the board better than the iron helmet. Alright, and that cave leads to another cave over here, but this one's a friendly cave with an old man in it named Sorda? Something like that. Who's going to give me a stick. Well, a rod that I can use to shatter the plate that was hidden behind the vampire and get down into the bowels of the dungeon and fight Lich, the Earth Fiend, and get my Earth Orb back up and running. You had a dog named Sorda? Come here, Sorda. Got that Matoya's cave music again. This guy collects pots, vases, and ewers, and whatnot. Here he is. Hello. He's doing a little dance. Use this rod behind the vampire's room. Hiding deep inside, you will find the cause of the Earth's rot. Thank you, Sorda. Kinda and sorta. That's so cute. I have two dogs. Kinda, sorta. People be like, what does that mean? It means I have two dogs. Their names are kinda and sorta. 5. Aw. I like labs, obviously. Lily was the best dog ever. You want a dog? Did you summon the dog and I missed it? Oh, you know what I don't have here? I don't have my mini feed. Let me see. I did not. Oh, I was attempting a joke. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how. I was like, I'm using this new streaming software, so I'm like, oh, did a redemption happen? And it didn't. I didn't get like alerted to it. Lily was a mutt, for sure. She had Chocolate Lab, but she also had Greyhound and Rottweiler. But I like to joke that she was not like those three things blended, but instead it was like a slot machine made a dog, and so like the first reel made the head, and then the second reel did the middle of the body, and then the third reel did the tail of the body. So her head was Chocolate Lab, her middle was Rottweiler, and then her tail was a Greyhound. I gotta stop forgetting how unfunny I am. Writing jokes is so hard. I don't tend to think of myself as like a particularly funny person. Like I think I can make a joke once in a while, but my jokes rely very heavily on either like being expressively goofy or tricking people into thinking that like into believing that I'm being really foolish, like saying something incredibly foolish and tricking people into thinking I'm serious. And so it is very hard for me to write something funny. Sarah writes funny stuff all the time. She writes words that when I read them, I laugh, and it's like magic to me. I'm like, I could never write down words that would make somebody laugh. That's not even possible. Like that's as likely as Sarah playing the tuba. There's no way I could write funny words on a page. Like, if I do make someone laugh with a text, it's only because there's a lot of context behind it, because I'm repeating something in a text that references a joke I made before that was funny. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go buy some more stuff to deal with the Lich. Yeah, like the books where the pages are split in thirds and you mix and match. Yeah, like that. That's how Lily was made. She was not mixed. She was 3 different dogs glued together. Lab head, Rottweiler middle, Greyhound hind end. Why is my camera like blurry today? I feel like my camera's blurry. I'll have to mess with my settings. Okay. We're gonna go sell some junk and buy some spells. I was doing some of that David Sedaris stuff with Sarah. It's stupid hard. Funny in my head, just an odd statement on paper. I don't know if I know who David Sedaris is. That name sounds kind of familiar. And I think Sarah even, like, I think I told Sarah I don't know who that is, and she told me. And I still don't know because I'm such a good listener. Did I listen too much? I don't know where I'm going with that. I don't know if any of you were paying attention, but I have updated my boss sprites too. I have kind of standardized them a little bit, and given them all little black outlines, give them a little more pop. I mean, they're not like exact copies of the sprites from the games now, but I mean, I still like the spirit's the same. They're close enough, and it just helped because some of them did have black outlines, some of them didn't have black outlines. Just it's the way that they, you know, they saved space on the NES, but like these little sprites here, they don't, that black is not part of that sprite. That's just, they're just using the background to get the simulation of an outline. Like they were doing what they had to do to little tricks and stuff to make it look good. So now when I just yank a sprite out of like a data set, sometimes they just look like junk. So I gotta, it's a little black outline there, and then I blew up the ones that were small. Like Big Boss here was tiny, whereas Zoda YZ here was huge. So like now they're all kind of relatively the same size. All right, let's sell this rune sword. Yeah, right. That's what we're doing. And the great axe. Yeah, we can roll in money now until we start having to buy some spells. These spells are so expensive. These spells get really expensive later on. Tell a joke. All right. He's a humorist, writes for the New Yorker and New York Times a lot. He did a lot of the American Life stuff. Oh, This American Life. Oh, okay. His time living in Paris with his boyfriend is gold. Oh, I kind of passively noticed there were more consistently, but not enough to actually be aware that I noticed. I like it. Hey, that's all right. All right. Okay, what are we buying here? We are buying Afer, A-Ice, and some softs, and fast. Okay, so we'll buy Afer and A-Ice first. So did you hear about that circus fire, y'all? It was intense. Sorry, Melissa. It took me a second just to figure out what I was doing in the game. Whoops, no, you can't even learn that spell. Not yet. Actually, later on, after the characters upgrade, fighters can learn white magic. Well, not fighters, but knights, what they evolve into. Evolve. Whatever. They evolve into knights and then they can learn a little bit of white magic. I thought you were skipping me, lol. I wish he did. Hey, Robbie, was that you who joined Discord as Grizzbear or whatever? Somebody joined and they had the mutual friends Michelle and Melissa, so I was like, I guess this is probably Robbie. Who the hell is that? Oh, okay. That makes sense. It's like, Grizzbear, huh? Yeah, well, he seems legit. He's got more friends on Discord than I do. Alright, we're going to buy Fast. This spell is incredible. It's a black mage spell that you cast on your fighters, and then they just do insane damage. They start, instead of like hitting twice, they'll hit 4 times, and just do 4 times as much damage. It's phenomenal. Love it. And then we're going to buy AIs here. Okay. Because the Lich there casts an ice spell. It's really annoying. Okay. And then we're gonna go to this item shop here and buy a few softs just in case one of those cockatrices hits us and turns us to stone. You don't like that. So we'll have a few softs in our back pocket. You don't get turned to stone a lot in this game, but it is totally debilitating and lasts after combat. It's really brutal. Like, if all of your characters turn to stone, the game is over. Just look for the constantly playing WoW status. Yeah, go for it. If that invitation link is still good. I don't know how long those last. Okay, then we're going to go back to the Earth Cave, and I think we can probably defeat the Lich before we wrap up the stream. Yeah, it was in the text thread. It said, like, welcome to the Rad Zone or something like that. You and everybody else. Here, so we'll have these 3 characters run, and then we'll have Rad cast Lit 2, whichever happens first. Nope, guess we're running. If you run like that before you use your spell, you don't lose your spell. Oh, well. Let us know what it's like on the outside of the Rad Zone. That's not a 1, that's more like you lost your die. I'll send you another invite, don't worry about it. Decidedly unrad. Excellent. Oh. When I came up with the name, well, I didn't even come up with the name. Sarah came up with the name Mickey Dad Rad, and I was like, wow, best name ever. One of the girls asked me, like, what does rad even mean? I was like, what? What do you mean, what does rad mean? I felt so old. Alright, let's kill this Lich. I mean, obviously Sarah doesn't think I'm cool, but she does think that I am radical. She thinks that I am a punk who doesn't subscribe to society's ideas for men and dads. So that's why she's been using, not like the name Mickey Dad Rad, but she used to think, like, she told me someday I should have like a podcast or write a blog called Dad Radical. So like Dad Rad came from that. But I was all bummed because when she came up with Mickey Dad Rad, I had just changed my Twitch name that morning, and so I had to wait another 2 months to change it to Mickey Dad Rad. Okay. Come on. Although I should probably change my name to Mickey Totiots. Change all my graphics. Just to mess with Nia. Sorry if I squeaked you there. It is warm and I am thirsty. And I ran out of ginger beer. Somebody drank it all. Yo, run away already. Come on. Thank you, Key. Only one who's good at running away. Worth the wait. Good to have branding. Oh, yeah. Well, I was, you know, like, I was calling myself Mickey Dad Rad and everything on the thing, but, like, the actual URL was Mickey G for the first 2 months. It wasn't, like, a big issue. Like, people, other streamers and stuff, like, when I would follow them on Twitter or talk to them in Discord, they'd be like, oh, are you Mickey G? Are you that Mickey? Like, there's not that many Mickeys in the world, so it's not a big problem. That's one of the, like, I didn't really choose the nickname Mickey, kind of just stuck to me. But I never really minded it because it's so much less common than Michael that I was almost always the only Mickey. There was never other Mickeys, so I was like, oh, this is fine. This works for me. There was one time at Boeing, though, when we got this new person on the team, and they were like, this is Mickey. And I like looked at him. I was like, like, no, you're not. And then, like, it was coincidence, but the next day that person moved to another team. Like, they stayed on our team for half of a day. I was like, that's right. This team ain't big enough for the two Mickeys. Of course, then I left that team like a month later, too, so none of it mattered. Too many mics, yeah. That's where it came from. We had, in the Marine Corps, we had, I want to say, we had a shop of about 100 people across all 3 crews. There were 19 Michaels. It was just out of control. Like, all these Michaels. Now, I mean, in the military, most people go by their last names, but, like, for some reason in our shop, we were all on, like, first name basis. And one of the Michaels was finally like, this is dumb. We're getting nicknames. And people mostly called him Mickey. His name was Mickey Banks. But he didn't want to be Mickey. He's like, I want to be Mick. I'm Mick. And then he pointed at me and he's like, you're Mickey. And I was like, okay. Little did I know. He wasn't actually the first person to call me Mickey. My younger brother Timmy, who was in the chat earlier here, he used to call me Mickey. But he was always like making fun of me, like, oh, Mickey. Alright, here's where we use the rod. The plate shatters, revealing a stairway. That's all it does. Okay. Now we're in the deep bowels of this place where the dangerous enemies are not these. These are okay. These can poison you, which is annoying. But the cockatrices are the real danger. Especially if they go first like this and just start turning my characters to stone. Especially Key. If Key turns to stone, we're going to have real problems. Alright. I think that there's a good shield in here we can get. Oh, I went the wrong way there, I think. No, I'm good. I'm good. Oh, gosh. Oh, I thought they got to go first. I got the message speed set up so high I can't even read that message. I always just assume that that means I'm getting ambushed, but that time it was me ambushing them. Yeah, I think I was supposed to go down that way. Whatever. All roads lead to the treasure room. Again. I recently got a new coworker that decided on her own to call me Robbie. Oh yeah? Do most of your coworkers refer to you as Robert? Or Bob? You ever get some old guy calling you Bob? I would occasionally get old guys calling me Mike, and I'm like, oh, I don't do that. Robert. That's funny. I misspelled your name for like the first 5 years that I knew you. Till Sarah was like, why do you keep spelling it I-E? I'm like, I don't know. How do you spell Robbie? She's like, I-E is how girl Robbies spell it. I was like, oh, didn't even know there was a difference. Like, I had a cousin Robbie growing up, and I always just assumed it was I-E. Alright, now we got that silver shield. That's an upgrade over nothing. I already had a silver shield? No, oh, it's an upgrade over the iron shield. What am I spazzing about? Okay. There we go. I'm walking weird in this room because there's some of those hidden encounters on some of those tiles, and I don't want to fight monsters because I'm busy fighting other monsters. I actively would yell, Robbie Abby. Who's Robbie Williams? And yes, I can still hear that in my head, Melissa. Lol. Robbie Abby. Well, I'm going to call him Robbie Abby now. Abby is... Maybe you guys don't know this because... Maybe y'all don't know this because you don't have kids, but Abby is a word now. Like, my kids use the word obby all the time. It means an obstacle course in a video game in Roblox. And it's like, they call it parkour. When I was a kid, we called it platforming. Like when you jumped from one thing to another in a video game, that was platforming. Now that's not called platforming anymore. They call that parkour. And when you design a thing that you have to parkour through, it's called an obby, which is short for obstacle course. Okay. And now we're going to go fight the Lich. Like obstacle course. Obstacle, obby. They say it all the time. Oh, I played this new obby. It was like impossible. I'm like, what are you even saying? Stop saying stuff at me. Rory was trying to help me out with like my Discord today. She's like, let's add some bots. And I was like, what does this bot do? And she's like, it gives you a role for when you express a reaction. I'm like, I don't understand any of what you just said. None of those words mean anything. And she's like, wow, why are you so bad at this? And I'm like, I've turned into my grandmother. Like when she would ask me for help, you know, putting together like a Word document that had images in it for the family letter. I was like, Grandma, you just add the image. That's all you do. She's like, how do you add the image? I'm like, just add the image. You just put the image in the thing. Oh, this bat is trolling me. Get out of here, bat. I can't. I literally just have to wait for this thing to wander out. Why would they even program this into the game? Come on. Actually, I should probably stand over here in case it wanders down. Well, how's everybody doing? The genre is still platform. I think the parkour is like a semi-ironic thing, like jumping over a railing and shouting, parkour! Maybe. Like, my kids didn't know the term platforming. They're like, platforming? Nobody calls it that, which by nobody I mean, I assume they mean the players of Roblox. And it's like, it's kids. It's like a game for kids. Kids play it. So maybe they just don't even use the word platforming. Alright, here we go. First Fiend. The Fiend's ball cracks open, an ominous cloud rises, and an evil shape congeals. It is Lich, the Fiend of Earth. So this is like the first real boss fight in the game. Like Astos was a pretty big boss, I guess, but like this is like the Fiend of Earth here. And it's cool because when you select your commands, like you don't pick a target. Like if you hit fight, it's just it's like, we know you want to fight the Lich. It's like cool. It feels cool that you get here and it's like it acts like that. Alright. So we're gonna cast a ice, and hopefully Dad goes before Lich, because Lich will cast an ice spell, and a ice is like a ice barrier protection from ice spell. And here we're gonna cast fast on Mick, and hopefully Rad goes before Mick, because then Mick will do a bunch of attacks. Yes, that's perfect. I love seeing that. And then Rad next would be perfect. So see, look at that. Oh, that would have done so much more damage. That would have been devastating. Yes! Oh, what good luck. Now look how much damage Mick does. 4 hits for 140 damage. Compared to Key's 2. Oh, that was excellent. Oh gosh, I liked that. Alright. And now we will cast Fog on Mick, because now Lich is going to get mad and start casting, or start punching him. We can also cast Fast again on Key. Why not, since we have 2 of them? Oh, no, we can't. Alright, well, hopefully Mick will just chew him up. Okay, Rad woke up, actually, that's good. I'm actually going to skip casting Fast again and just go for straight for the Fur 2. For some reason, this Earth Fiend is super weak against fire. Yeah, 132 damage. Oh, that was kind of weak, Mick. Maybe I should have cast Fast. Tell you what, if 3 Furs, 2s doesn't do it, we'll move on to Fast. Oh, Dad kills the Lich! Out of nowhere with that hammer. Shkaplow! The White Mage finishes off the Fiend of Earth. Not playing. That was incredible. Way to go, Dad. Alright, so now we step on this. This cleanses the orb. And this just teleports you back out of the dungeon. So now if I go to my menu here, you can see that my blue orb has lit up. That's I have repaired the Orb of Earth. We have stopped one fiend. And now we're moving on to the Fire Fiend next. Carrie, who lives inside a volcano. Kind of awesome. I'll do some more grinding just to, again, get my characters some level ups and just to buy items. I won't upgrade their equipment or anything like that. Honestly, like most of the equipment that you can buy, it's like good. You can buy it, but then you find stuff that's better in the dungeons. So it's mostly pointless. The exception being those silver swords you can buy back in Elfland, but they cost like 4,000 each. Those things are amazing for a long time. Like those are good until you like get to the volcano, I think. Yo, you know I'm gonna run from you. Did kind of look like Kel'Thuzad, huh? Everybody always ripping off these Nintendo games. Alright. Good times. Alright, let's see this. Yeah, I feel like my camera's like a little blurry today. I'm pretty sure Relax was released before this came out. Yeah, this came out in 1988. This game was released before Robbie was released. What are you talking about? Whatever. It was in development then. The heck is that? Whatever. I'm messing with that. Alright, well. Okay, so Final Fantasy will be back on Friday. Tuesday we're going to play a nice relaxing puzzle game, Dr. Mario. It's a total nightmare, but it's fun. I'll keep new ideas. I got some ideas for the stream simmering in my head. I'll share them in the Discord when they're a little more, codified. And I'll get to work on that emote. I still have to make a tier 3 emote. Not that it applies to any of you, because nobody's going to subscribe at tier 3, but like it'll exist so that you can see it, so that if we need them, if somebody wants it for some other tier or whatever, we open up another slot, we can move it, and it can be previewed and all that. All right. Thanks for coming tonight, and hope you all have a lovely rest of your Sunday evening. And I'll see some of you on Tuesday, and I'll see some of you on Friday. Night, everybody.